In 1922, a farmhand climbed the stairs of a quiet German farmhouse and made a discovery so horrifying, investigators still refused to fully explain what they found. 6 people were dead. The killer had waited for days, hidden right above their heads, and to this day, no one knows who did it or why. Stay till the end, because the final theory will change how you see this story completely. Picture this: a remote farmhouse, surrounded by snow-covered fields, no neighbors for miles. The nearest town, a bumpy, hour-long walk away. This was Hinterkaifeck, Germany, home to the Gruber family. Andreas, his wife Cecilia, their widowed daughter Victoria, and her 2 children. 6 people, isolated from the world by choice, and about to be isolated from it forever. But here's what makes this case different from every other unsolved murder you've heard of. The signs were there for weeks, and they ignored every single one. It started small. Footprints in the snow, leading toward the house, but never leading away. Andreas found them first, assumed it was a neighbor or a lost traveler. He didn't think much of it. Then the newspapers started disappearing every single day. Someone was taking it before the family even woke up. Then came the sounds. Footsteps in the attic at night, faint but unmistakable. And then, the maid quit, just days before the murders. She told friends she felt like someone was constantly watching the house, watching them. She wouldn't say more, she just left. If you were the Gruber family, would you have stayed? They did. And on the last night anyone saw them alive, nothing seemed different at all. Days passed. No one came to town. No one collected the mail. The children didn't show up to school. Neighbors grew suspicious. Eventually, a small search party gathered the courage to check on the farm. What they found would haunt investigators for the rest of their lives. In the barn, beneath a pile of hay, 4 bodies: Andreas, Cecilia, Victoria, and her 7-year-old daughter, all killed with a mattock, a farming tool, all positioned as if arranged. Inside the house, 2 more victims. The youngest child, only 2 years old, and the new maid hired just days earlier to replace the one who fled. But here's the detail that still keeps investigators awake. The house had been lived in after the murders. Food had been eaten. The fire kept burning. Someone stayed in that house, with the bodies, for days. So who did this? Theory 1. A jealous former suitor of Victoria's, rejected years earlier, returning for revenge. Theory 2. Andreas himself, involved in a dispute over inheritance, murdered by someone he owed money to. Theory 3, and the most disturbing, Carl Gabriel, Victoria's supposed dead husband. Some believed he never died in the war at all, that he came home to find his wife had moved on, and he made her pay for everything. Police investigated over 100 suspects, interviewed the entire village, even exhumed the bodies decades later, hoping new forensic technology could finally solve it. They found nothing conclusive, not one shred of solid evidence. The Hinterkaifeck farmhouse was eventually demolished, as if the ground itself needed to forget what happened there. But over 100 years later, the questions remain exactly where they left them. Who stayed in that house after the murders? Why did they choose this family? And why, after everything, did they simply disappear? If you have a theory of your own, I want to hear it. Drop it in the comments below. And if this story kept you up at night, make sure you're subscribed, because Facts Odyssey has dozens more mysteries just like this one waiting for you. Claude is AI and can make mistakes. Please double check Resi